I've got my jean jacket on. It's a little chilly, more than a little chilly, and it's really windy out. And normally I sit out under the pavilion out there, one of the two pavilions they have, but the wind will be too much for my microphone. And this thing barely picks up good sound as it is, so I don't dare put a sock. I have a sock for it, but always a concern. Anyways, I've been putting together over the last 2 days a little day in the life, kind of as a bonus video for channel members, and then that'll eventually be available to anyone who wants to watch it. What am I doing? So one of my motivations is always to share. Hit the table. Sorry. Always to share what it's really like. If you move out here. Riding my motorcycle today. I'm using this as my motorcycle jacket, by the way. And I'm going to keep it on. It's cold. 4 years here, and I've totally lost my cold tolerance. My fellow Michigan friends would be embarrassed. I'm at 75. I'm cold. I need a jacket. If it's 75 out, I need a jacket. Whatever. But anyways, always trying to show what it's really like here. Because again, people looking on the internet tend to get a very distorted view of Thailand, and particularly regarding the Thai women, because most of the women that you see on the channels, at least the ones that I found is all I can say, are somehow are various ways involved in tourist and sex businesses and such. And that's just not the typical person out here, not at all. These are, These are shy and quiet people, really. Very, very polite, very nice people. Although having said that, we do have the one kind of bonehead in our village. But I mentioned, as I say earlier, I mentioned that to Fawn's, and I mentioned it in front of Fawn's parents, and they immediately jumped on it, and I haven't heard a peep out of that guy since. So I don't know, but I'm sure he wouldn't give one darn one way or another if he had a problem with me or not. But he's not going to have a problem with Fawn's parents. That I know the culture works that way, and they're older and they're respected, and he'll have to listen to them. Isn't that nice? And he's been a very naughty guy for a long time, really, in all honesty. But anyhow, so today is Wednesday. Class was canceled at the last minute because one of the other students in the class got sick, and out of respect, we're just going to cancel the class and just have it at the next time, which is probably going to be Friday. I wasn't sure Friday I'd be able to go or not, because I've decided last minute. Fawn kind of asked, just softly, very meekly, implied that I would be welcome to come with her for her little day trip for her school thing. I don't know what she's feeling uncomfortable about, but she obviously would prefer to have me come. So it could be a cultural thing. On one hand, for a married Thai woman to go anywhere without her husband is a bit indecorous, so there's that. And then two, she could be just worried it's all day, and maybe she could have a problem if the car got a flat tire or something. You never know, right? So it's my job. I mean, she helps me and puts in hours a day, every day, cleaning the house the way I like it, organizing it the way I like it. My laundry's done to perfection. I'm picky about my laundry. I don't know why, but I am. And all these little things she does all the time. And so she asks very little of me back other than my support and general security services that I provide. And so when she does ask for something, or there's an opportunity for me to do something, I tend to jump on it, because she's very good to me. And you got to, if you're going to claim you're a decent person, you got to kind of do back, right? So we're doing, and these are my old glasses still, new ones I pick up on Monday. So let's see what else. So I think today I'm going to go and get those wheel chocks for the car, so I can't actually drive into the front wall of my garage. I'm going to get the second chock fixed. I parked the car last night with just one chock, and the one's out because I don't have the proper, I can't bolt it in. And the car did nudge forward almost a full inch, and I had it set for 2 inches off that back wall. So nothing hit anything, but it was a lot closer than I thought it would get. I wouldn't have thought the car could go forward a full inch. Now, that still surprises me. Puttering around the house, though, is kind of a good activity. On one hand, boring and inconsequential, chilly, as we would say. But on the other hand, these are the little things that keep us occupied in a pleasant way and living in the moment and engaged in our lives. And my little ritual of opening and unlocking manually the garage door, the gampeng door. The big gampeng is wall, perimeter wall around a house, a cultural thing, important culturally, and does provide actual physical protection and control of your environment. You do want one, generally speaking. Not that it's not very safe here, because crime is insanely low here. I don't know what the crime rates are, but they got to be, if they were 10% of what I'm used to in the soft, fluffy, affluent suburbs of Metro Detroit. If they were anything more than 10% of that rate, I'd be shocked. There's very little that I see or hear about. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. And homework. I got more homework to do. And I was great. Usani gave out a great lesson plan, as she always does. She's got an uncanny ability to assess you week by week and know where you're short or know where your next challenge could come from. And then I'm in one of the advanced classes, obviously. And then with me, I think she texts the most in Thai. We are now texting back and forth in Thai probably 50 to 70%. And I'm reading it more and more organically all the time. She sent me 4 sentences, and I went, There was one word I didn't get, and I'm still not sure what it is. My dictionary didn't have it either, so she either skipped a tone mark, which I doubt. I've yet to see her make a mistake. I'm going to send it back to her and ask her what that means. I got to remember to do that. But I've got my notebook out on my desk in my library, and I'm going to have a nice quiet day for that. Could possibly be a day for a little whiskey tasting. Maybe set a fire in the fire pit. It's certainly chilly enough. That might be... worst things could happen to a fellow in his retirement. I got a friend here. I mentioned his nickname is Biff. I don't show him on the channel or anything. That I'd have to ask his permission first, but he's not feeling well, so I told him about the injections they have here. You can get a Cheat-Ya, which is an injection, and they have an antihistamine injection. They'll put it direct into your body, and your allergy symptoms and cold symptoms go away in 20 to 40 minutes, and they stay gone for 5 to 7 days. It's like a miracle cure. It's incredible. So I told him he's really not feeling good. His health, I'm not sure how healthy he is to begin with. He's still getting over some bigger stuff like I was. So I told him to go do that maybe. This is the Hong Samut. This is the library here at one of the Fawn's facilities. Kind of funny. I had 2 guys that somehow got very angry, like triggered angry, like super angry about my channel, and began like really attacking me. And then one started stalking me, which was a little strange. Their big plan was to take me down because I was using a government facility to YouTube from. Unfortunately for them, I have permission. Yeah, unfortunately, you should ask permission, because we're not from here. We are strangers here. So when I'm doing stuff, I try to always ask good morning, and try and be out of everybody's way. So, but it was a little. I asked Fawn if it was okay to use this room. I asked if Hong Wang Mai is the room free, and she said yes, it was. So okay. But as it is, I'm going to get the heck out of here. I just wanted to make a little supportive to this, and day in the life. Here we go. Thanks. So yesterday, I parked after a lovely day in the city, got a bunch of stuff done, had a great lesson with Usani, and I walked back down the street with a pair of scissors and my $600 knife. It's a knife project I did with my boy, and cut a bunch of branches that were one rubbed along the side of my new car, which I didn't like. And I knew this was a problem. I've been lazy about it. So here I find her mom whacking the shit out of this. They're so nice. This is what you should be getting. All right, no shave, no nothing. Just wandering down the thing here. So then I gave her some money that I owed her because she bought some construction materials, and they manage everything at the house and they don't take any money. I do a little support, which we talk about in financial support videos, but believe me, I'm getting value, and more value for. That's what you want. Anyways, so then I also thanked her because we have. I mean, to put a fine point on it, they have dickheads here too. It's not just an American thing, and I've known European dickheads, and I've known dickheads from all over the world, and turns out Thailand also has them. And one lives possibly maybe somewhere not too far from me, and I just kind of complained out loud in front of some of my, I'll just say, friends and family here, and I think, oh, coon mad, that's Fawn's mom went and took care of business, because I haven't had a problem since, which I appreciate. So It's just nice. This lifestyle works for me. I've got my peace and quiet, my, as I call it, my nothing and more nothing. This is great. I love it. This is great. I got all my own stuff. I got all my own projects. I'm entirely self-motivated. I don't need 7 other guys living across the street from me that I need to copy what he bought or have a car better than he had or any of that crap. I just do me and only me. And I'm 62. If I didn't figure that out by now, I'm one damn lost son of a gun, right? Anyway, so, but then I got my garage. I got a reasonable car, not a braggy car. It's a reasonable car, and then my motorcycle. And then I go and do my errands and my stuff. And I love doing little stuff like that. I was just looking at my calendar, and I'm like, oh man, I've got like no obligations, nothing for the next. I just scanned ahead 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, at the end of this next couple weeks, I've got one extra medical appointment. Well, 2, typical for me. But other than that, just lessons with Usani, got my gym time. I'm working on a next level goal. In fact, I got to go work on my training split right now. I'm going to try and sneak in, a mini arm day and do arms twice a week. I'd like to get some of my arm back. I'm such a shadow of my former self. I wouldn't mind it. It's just a hobby. It's just my fun. And only a little bit, not a lot, because that wouldn't be healthy. You get the idea. Maybe I'll make this as a bonus, make a members only thing or something. I don't do enough for you guys to thank you, and I do appreciate it. Man, YouTube's really coming down on a lot of channels, and some people I follow, they're like, man, it's like they turned the faucet off, but I'll be fine. But here's something. When you're coming overseas, and I underappreciated like the sentimentality of things. I had to ride my bike today. I'm at the gym, shoulder day. Still got an allergy attack going on, but I'm all right. And sorry for the traffic noise, but nothing I can do. Inside the gym, they play music, and I'll get a copyright strike and all that. And YouTube comes down hard on everything these days. They're tough. But I had a leather wrist bracelet made 30 years ago or 40 years ago, and I was a young man. My friend Tom made it for me. We weren't like buddies that hung out. Well, actually, we did kind of hang out. But I went over to his house a lot. He ran a leather shop. He always making stuff for me. I was an inventor. I was always making stuff. And I sort of invented the first mobile office with a leather 3-ring binder that he put a cell phone pocket on and a pen and pencil pocket on the outside. And then this is like 1993. And like Sony came out with like the first mobile phone that was small or something. Anyways. Kind of joking, but it was. Anyways, we ended up becoming close friends over this whole thing. And he died. Son of a bitch, he died. So I took this out, and I'm never gonna wear a leather bracelet. I don't wear that kind of stuff anymore. But 427, because I used to own an original 427 side oiler Ford engine, a nickel alloy racing engine. I used to own one. Never got it in my hot rod. Never finished the freaking project. Thank you, divorce. But anyways, so I cut it and made a key fob out of it. And you know, it's funny, but it's like to hold this, and this is like one of the last pieces I have from him. I got 2 or 3 things I did have the sense to bring here. I pitched a lot of stuff. I had like a brass and walnut plaque I got for fairly significant achievement, like graduating college. I graduated with some special honors and stuff. It was all kind of nice and fun. I mean, what are you going to do with it? You're going to get a gold star the rest of my life, but it was. I probably could not have thrown that one out, maybe. You know, I put the rest of the shit in a big pile behind my last company, and I burned it all. I mean, I'm serious. I burned it and walked away, you know, and I saved very few things. Maybe I'm getting old, but anyhow, but it's had an effect on me. It had one, remembering my friend Tom, and then just how we travel through this life, right? How so crazy. Anyways, I'm up for a freaking great shoulder day, and thank you, everyone. And I hope this helps some people make decisions that are good for them. Take care. You guys have kind of seen me after I just did something. I don't like to film people. I asked for his permission to take a picture, and I did. I went back to the same glasses shop I've done before. My first pair of glasses I bought when I came here, back when I was still poor. I was still hurting financially. I bought a very cheap pair of glasses. Bifocals, no progressive lens, didn't have the money for progressive lens. Everything was fine, they fit great, loved them. And eventually I wanted a little into my prescription change. I got little nicer ones, all that. But my first blue glasses I wore in the earlier videos, I bought those here and they were cheap. They weren't great. So I went back, I bought a pair of glasses for Fawn. She loves hers. And I wanted a pair of sport ones when I'm riding my motorcycle. These don't fit in my helmet well. They provide nice sunglass protection for my big fat face, but they're too big to fit in the helmet without bending them, and these were freaking expensive. We're not bending these. So I got, not as cheap, but you get the idea. So good stretch on my tie. Forgot a couple keywords relating to optical things, which I had to look up again, but then we were fine. And a couple times he used his translation app and showed me stuff in English. I answered him back in Thai. He understood me every time I answered back in Thai, but he was semi-frequently using words I wasn't familiar with. And that happens, and you just gotta pause. I am old. I have to not get angry, stay calm, because getting angry is really not allowed here. And then they think, oh my God, something's wrong. This foreigner's gonna start like killing people or something, because we're known to be violent. So the way it is. I'm at Burger King. Slightly naughty, but I get the hamburger, no mayo, no cheese, cut in half with an extra. This time with an extra patty because I'm starving. And then I ordered on the, what do you call that, kiosk, and then I just walk up to the counter. I ask in Thai. I ask them to cut the burger in half, please, and they always say, you know, Dai, which means Ken. And then I just wait. I'll eat half. I did order fries with this, so I am being a little naughty. And then a Diet Sprite, and then ordered the motorcycle glasses. Hit the ATM for some cash. I got a daw by. Continue on to the daw by to the Mega Home, which I kind of know where it sort of is in Korat. And then I need to get a couple bolts. I want them a ½ inch longer for the chocks that hold that stop my car when it parks in the garage, because I really don't want to hit the garage wall with the car. So I'm going to do that so the bolts are the absolute maximum length they can get in those steel anchors in the concrete, so it's like tighter than hell. And it's a lot of force. I mean, I pull up real slow. The car is probably 4,000 pounds, right? It's a hybrid, 7-seater, so probably heavy as hell. So doing that, I'm going to walk over to Paul and Ma's house, her parents' house, and give them their little monthly support I give them, which isn't a lot. And probably study Thai in the afternoon and watch a movie. Pardon the helmet hair. I'm at Mega Home. I pass by this spot literally every time I go to Korat. But it's like an awkward spot, like, you know what I mean? It's like on the wrong side of like 3 intersecting roads that I regularly go to. So it was like, well, which freaking one do I take to get here? I couldn't navigate my way out of a wet paper bag, by the way. I'm terrible at it. I have no navigational genes in me. It's a miracle I get around here, but Korat's not that big a city, so I kind of fits. Bangkok would probably kill me. I'd probably never find my house. Need a bolt. Here's a super mini slideshow. This is Fawn's parents, Kun Pa and Kun Ma. They came over to borrow my telescoping ladder. Here's the spice rack, part of my shelving projects that I did for Fawn. And here's some window film that I selected and negotiated all in Thai and did it culturally, which I'm proud of. And then here's another shot of that shelf. Another one's going to go right on top of it. And Fawn wanted some lining in the car. This is Rob. Video's over. I'm closing my gate. But if you've been liking or subscribing, or and praise God if you've been a member of the channel, I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that watches. You have a great day.